Welcome to another video. As you might tell, the voice is starting to get a little bit husky because this is, I think, the fourth or fifth video in a row I've recorded. Just trying to get through some of my guaranteed requests at this stage before I start sitting down and just banging out the editing for them. Actually, this is not only a guaranteed video, but a sponsored one, as you might have noticed from the intro title. Today I'm going to be checking out Johnny Winter and Edgar Winter with their song Tobacco Road. I believe this is a live performance. I may seem a little sacrilegious to some people, but I actually don't know who Johnny Winter and Edgar Winter are. As much as I do like, some classic rock music, which I'm just going by a thumbnail, I believe is what it is. I don't know every band out there, as much as I'm obviously a metalhead, I don't know every metal band out there. Definitely looking forward to checking this out, because if it is a group which is held in high regard, I definitely want to open myself to what they've contributed to music. So without messing around any further, let's get into the video. I'll do all the admin stuff afterwards. This is Johnny Winter and Edgar Winter with Tobacco Road live. I wondered where that vocal line was coming from at first, because I couldn't see anyone on stage doing it until they panned at that angle. Just the first thing I want to point out, love the Fender Jazz bass. Because of the age of the video, I can't tell whether it is a butterscotch one or an Olympic white that's aged, because Olympic white finishes on basses tend to yellow in the sun a bit, which is what I've been trying to do with my Olympic white Fender. It's not a Fender, but my Olympic white jazz bass, I've been trying to age it a bit. Jazz basses are one of my favourites. I have had the privilege of being able to play a 1963 Fender Jazz bass, which had been played a lot. Like, this thing looked beat up to all hell, but because it had been played so much, all the wood had opened up and it just sounded so amazing, to the point where I actually said to the guy I knew who had just bought it, that if he ever felt the need to sell it for any reason, to hit me up and give me first crack at it, because I would try and find the money somehow, because it just sounded amazing. Anyway, let's go back just a touch. I don't want to pause the video too much, though I just noticed it's a 9-minute video, so there might be a few pauses. I just wanted to point out how ballsy it is especially in a live setting, coming out with vocalizations like that, because a lot of people are going to be very self-conscious, going, my God, I must sound ridiculous doing this. But it doesn't. It fits the music so well, especially with that organ. Just going to guess it's a Hammond organ because that was the industry standard during the late 60s and into the 70s. Iconic sound. It just fits it so well with this kind of bluesy feel to the song. Oh, let's go back.
I was born in a door. My mammy died and my daddy got drunk. They left me here to die out in the middle of Tobacco Road. Yeah, I grew up in the rusty shed. Oh, I was hanging on my back, yeah. Lord knows I love and this place called Tobacco
Okay, that section there is a fantastic indication of what I've said many times about using a formula not being a bad thing. That was standard 12-bar blues. Has been used for decades and decades, even before these guys. We're talking back to the Robert Johnson, making a deal with the devil at the crossroads days. 12-bar blues is such an iconic song structure that's been used by so many amazing musicians that anyone who says that because something is being formulaic that it's bad needs to, in my opinion, reevaluate a lot of things about music, because it's even more amazing when a band can use a tried and true formula and still create something unique sounding out of it. Like, I haven't heard 12-bar blues being used quite like that before, even though it had been around for decades already. So, once again, you can use a formula but still make it your own. So, anyone who criticises a band for being formulaic, please reassess what they're doing, because there could be something being missed there. Once again, I don't want to tell people what they need to or how they need to see music, but instead maybe try and be more open-minded and not write anything off because it's not immediately something you like. There's plenty of bands out there that I didn't like straight away that I now really dig. Hell, I didn't like Iron Maiden when I first heard them. Admittedly, I was 7 at the time, but that's not the point. There's a lot of bands out there I've grown to really like because I've tried to keep an open mind about it. Anyway, let's get back in this because this is likely to be a longish video as is. Okay, I think I can finally pause it there because there was no way in hell I was stopping during that solo. I'm starting to see why this song was recommended to me. While I have not heard of, I'm assuming they're brothers, so I'm just going to call them the Winter Brothers. And I'm not sure which is which, but either Edgar or Johnny, but this guitarist has definitely had a lot of influence over a lot of metal guitarists. I can see a lot of what he's doing there that has been maybe indirectly used in a lot of metal music. Dude can shred, and the fact that from the looks of it, I only noticed towards the end he seems to be doing it fingerpicking style too. I'm not seeing a plectrum there, so to be able to shred like that without a pick, dude's got some skills. Yeah, he's definitely had an influence over a lot of metal guitarists, I believe. Because generally, a lot of metal music comes down to originating from a few different previous genres. A lot of metal music is influenced by classical music. You get that a lot in a lot of the symphonic music or even progressive music at times. Blues is a big influence for metal. You look at a lot of mainstream metal and groove metal and things like that. Very, very blues based. That could also be a bit of an influence on thrash even further down the line. Those two, I think, are the main influences, because blues obviously then influenced rock music in general. I mean, you look at, artists like the Beatles and Elvis, who were obviously influenced by blues music a lot. So I could definitely see where a lot of metal guitarists in general could probably trace a lot of their influence back to musicians like this guy. So, which makes it even more amazing that I've never heard of them before. So, thank you once again for putting me onto these guys. I'll definitely want to check out more of their stuff in future. Anyway, let's get back into it because there is still quite a bit of video to go.
I'm gonna leave, get a job, and with the help and the grace from God, I'm gonna save my money. Not get rich, I know, and I think I'll bring it on back to Tobacco Road. Bring dynamite. The big old crowd. Going up, tear it down, and I'll start all over again. Gonna build me a town that I'll be proud to show. And I think I'll give it the name of
Just pause it there. Just something popped into my brain. I think the drummer has an intense hatred for his ride cymbal, because he's beating that ride cymbal like it owes him some money. Like, not in a bad way. Like, he's definitely playing it with a lot of enthusiasm. He's obviously feeling this song pretty well. I do like the fact that both the drummer and the bass player have been in the pocket that well that there are times when there's little flourishes from them, but they're obviously a backing band or session musicians for the, as I said, the Winter brothers, but they're still being allowed a bit of freedom and expressing themselves while not overshadowing what they're there for. They're playing quite tastefully. It's just, some of the facial expressions for that drummer, especially when tapping on the ride bell, it's like, I hate you. I'm going to keep hitting you until you shut up. He almost looks angry at his ride. Only the ride. When he's looking at the crash or the hi-hats, he doesn't seem angry. Just the ride.
Because you're home. Hey, yeah.
note. Good, nice sustained note, especially while sitting down.
Hey, 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 hey. Lord, I love you 'cause you're home. Hey, 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 I love you 'cause you're home. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, yeah. Oh, talking about Tobacco Road, yeah. Hey! Tobacco Road,
Okay, so I can kind of understand why they weren't a big mainstream band, to the point of being spoken about a lot during like the 80s or 90s, as much as, bands from their era might have been, bands like Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin and such, because some of the things they were doing were fairly, what people might have classed, especially at the time, as out there. But as someone who is a big fan of prog rock and progressive rock, I'd almost class what they were doing as almost progressive blues. So I really dug it. So glad to have just discovered these guys, even if it is a couple of decades too late. As I said, I can see a lot of what they're doing would have influenced a lot of the musicians I grew up listening to, and I'd actually be very interested in seeing like what musicians actually claimed them as influences, because I'm sure the list would surprise me. So, fantastic performance. Definitely want to check out more of their stuff, and will do so for absolute sure. Gonna wrap it up there because we're already well over the 20-minute mark. As always, please, if you like the video, especially if you've gotten this far into it, hit the like button, share it if you'd like. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, just so you can see when I upload new videos, even if this platform that we're on does like to delay those notifications for multiple hours after the video's gone up. Please, if you want to support the channel any further, head on over to the Patreon page, where, as always, there is voting, early access, exclusive videos, shout outs for all of the supporting tiers, guaranteed for the top 3 as well. The top 2 tiers have guaranteed requests every month, so not just once but every month. And the top tier gets 4 sponsored videos per month, much like this one. Yeah, that's about it really. If there is anything else that people would like to see on my Patreon, please feel free to comment. Feel free to message me on Patreon if you're in any of the membership tiers. I think that even includes the free tier. Or comment on any of my videos. If you think there's anything that might be worth adding to any of my Patreon tiers, as always, feel free to tell me what you like and dislike about any of the videos, and feel free to comment with any song requests or information about the bands that I'm doing the videos on. Gonna wrap it up there. As always, I'm Turk, you're awesome, peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.